Hi friends, in this video I am going to give you a super effective strategy to cover Indian Polity book by M. Laxmikanth in just 14 days. But before I discuss the strategy with you, let me share an interesting fact about UPSC Prelims examination. Guys, every year at least 15 questions come from Indian Polity and most of these questions can be answered using only one book, which is Indian Polity by M. Laxmikanth. Guys, do you know, out of all the subjects, whether it is history, geography, economy, environment, science and tech, polity is the only subject where mastering one book can give you 15 questions. No other subjects, you read one book and you get 15 questions. For history, you have to read so many books. For geography, you have to read so many books. For economy, you have to read so much current affairs. Then only you can answer all questions in economy correct. From science and tech, lot of current affairs. But this is the only subject where if you master this book properly, 15 questions you get correct. And what is the importance of 15 questions? Let me tell you guys, for the last couple of years, the cutoff is around 45 questions. So out of 45 questions, if you can get 15 questions just by doing one book, now you imagine what is the impact this book can create for your prelims success for the UPSC Prelims 2025. So guys, let us start with this knowledge, because this knowledge is very important. Then only you will give importance to this Indian Polity book. I will give you day-wise target and I'll give you an effective strategy to cover this in the least possible time. Guys, one more insight I will share with you. I took the prelims exam 6 out of 6 times and I cracked 6 out of 6 times. And you can see some of my scorecards. You know, I have always got all the questions from Indian Polity correct. Therefore, I strongly feel that anyone who gets Polity 100% accuracy, which is possible by mastering this book, he will definitely clear the prelims exam. Because you can see 33% of the marks you can score just by mastering one book. With this, let us start. So how can we cover this book in 14 days? Guys, first thing, we do not have to commit the mistake which most of the aspirants do, because of which they waste a lot of time. What mistake they do is that they start reading the book chronologically. They start with chapter 1, they go to chapter 2, like this, they go to chapter 90. That is not the right manner. What you have to do is that you have to read this book in an integrated fashion. What exactly I mean is that you have to integrate similar chapters together. For example, when you are preparing the union executive, you have to prepare the state executive together. Do not make the mistake that first you read the union executive, then you read the union legislature, then you read the Supreme Court, and later on you start with the state executive. That mistake do not do. For example, let me just show you. So what I have done is that in my daily target, I have linked similar chapters together. For example, you can see president and governor, you have to read together. Then you have to read vice president. Then prime minister and chief minister, you have to read together. Then central council of minister and state council of minister, you have to read together. So that is how you have to integrate things. So that is the first thing you need to keep in mind. Second thing, what you need to keep in mind is that after reading one theme, you analyze the PYQs on the same day. So guys, let me show you that what I have done in my PYQ mastery class. I have collected last 25 years PYQ and you can see theme wise PYQs I have uploaded. You can use this. This will really help you. For example, you can see all the preamble questions, all the historical background questions, all the fundamental rights question. So once you read that chapter, then you see the PYQs. Third thing, what you need to keep in mind is that link current affairs of that chapter along with covering that chapter. For example, let me show you. So for 2025 prelims, what I'm doing, I'm giving the chapters target and I'm giving the current affairs of that chapter. You can see making of constitution, the current affairs of that chapter, like women members of the Constituent Assembly, 75 years of adoption of constitution, okay, national anthem issue. So I'm giving similarly along with the making of constitution, I'm giving you this also. So you are linking the static and current. So this is the 3 things you need to keep in mind while revising the M. Laxmikanth book for the prelims 2025. Okay guys, so now let me give you day wise target. So day 1, what you need to do is that read these 4 chapters. historical background, making of constitution, salient features of constitution, preamble of constitution. At least 2 questions will come from these 4 chapters. 2 questions out of 15 questions, 2 questions will come. You can mark my word, 2 questions will come from these 4 chapters. Okay, next what you do is that skip this chapter 5. This you do later. Federal features you do later, do not worry. Then day 2 you can read these 4 chapters: citizenship, fundamental right, DPSP and fundamental duty. Again 2 questions will directly come from these 4 chapters. Definite 2 questions, I'm telling you. And you see why we are linking these 4? Because citizenship is related to fundamental rights, citizenship is related to fundamental duties, DPSP and fundamental rights are related. So in one day you sit and you cover all these 4 chapters. Next, day 3, basic structure and amendment, both are related. You can read. Again, this chapter is also very important. 1 question you can expect from here. Okay, so 3 days already over. Okay, now you see day 4. One more thing is that when you read this historical background, you can use this table. I have given this table for all my prelims mentorship batch. This table is very, very useful for quick revision. Okay guys, you can make use of this table. Okay, now coming to day 4. Okay, coming to day 4. Day 4 is the union executive. Okay, so as I told you, president and governor do it together. Then you read vice president, then prime minister and chief minister together. Central chief council of minister and state council of minister you do together. So this is day 4. Next, day 5. Day 5 you do the parliament and state legislature together. Most of the provisions are similar, like money bill. Okay, what are the provisions? Okay, and there are some provisions which are different. So you need to have a comparative study of the central legislature and the state legislature, because most of the questions are sometimes comparative also. So that is why when you read these 2 chapters together, that is very important. Next, day 6 you read the parliamentary committees. Next, okay, what you can do is that day 7 the judiciary. So when you read the Supreme Court, try to read the High Court together. These chapters are not that important. Judicial review is important, and judicial review and tribunal you can do together. Day 8 and subordinate courts also you can do. Next guys, one more thing I would like to say is that in our Laksh test series, I have made 2 static tests on Laxmikanth, M Laxmikanth. So if you want to cover this M Laxmikanth through questions, okay, so you can solve these 200 questions, 2 static tests, 200 questions you can solve. Entire Laxmikanth will be easily covered by you. Okay, because practice is also very important. Next, federal features. So guys, federal features you can cover all this in one day. Even this also you can link here, and the chapter which I told you, the first, okay, chapter 5 on the unit 1 you can read here. Okay, so today is, I think it is day 10. Okay, then you can see day 11, union territories and scheduled tribes and tribal areas, day 11. Then we have day 12, local government. So Panchayati Raj and municipalities you need to integrate together. Okay, because 73rd amendment and 74th amendment are similar. Okay, a lot of provisions you see. Okay, basically it's about decentralization. Here focus more on the constitutional aspect. Okay, state election commission, state finance commission, all these things are very, very important. Okay, next, day 13. Okay, constitutional bodies and extra constitutional bodies, day 13. Here what you can do is that you can use this table. In one table I have put all the constitutional bodies together. Similarly, I have made the table for executive bodies. You can make use of this table. Okay, and last, day 14, you can go and you can read this political parties. This is day 14. Okay, here basically political parties, role of regional parties, that is not that important. Elections, this is very important for the prelims exam. Election laws is very important for the prelims exam. So 71, 72 and 69. So this you have to read together in one day. Okay, and anti-defection law also is very important. So like this, in 14 days you can integrate things. You can integrate similar chapters. Okay, you can watch my another video which I have made, where I have explained you the important chapters. Which are the important chapters for the polity, what you have to read. I have explained that also. You can watch that. And like this, 14 days you plan this 14 days. In 14 days you will be able to cover the entire Laxmikanth book very effectively. Make use of these tables which I have prepared. These tables I will be giving you in my prelims mentorship batch. Okay guys, so one thing I would like to tell you guys, if you are going for prelims 2025, use my predicted question. These predicted questions are really very useful. Lot of questions I'm expecting from my predicted questions to come in the prelims examination. If you like this video, please do hit the like button and subscribe my YouTube channel and share this channel with others who are going for the prelims examination 2025. Guys, let me tell you, I can help you crack this exam. I have cracked the prelims exam 6 times and I can help you crack the prelims exam 2025. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.